Alright guys, so today I'm going to rank the judges in 2 psychopaths, including the ones from off the record. So that means someone like Chuck Green, Case West, and Case Zero also. That means Chuck Green, Jed Wright, Stacy Forsyth, and Harit Singh. Oh, and Evan, the clown. Alright, so first we're going to go Chuck Green. No, Amber and Crystal. I don't really like Amber and Crystal's fight. I don't like them as characters. To me, they're just annoying. Their fight, you only have to kill one of them to win, but trust me, they'll specifically target you when you're using healing items, so they're a bitch to kill. So they're gonna go in. Next, we'll have BB Love. It's not even really a psychopath fight. You just have to do some things for her. And she's a savable psychopath, so if you feel like saving her, you can. The next is Carl Schliff. Carl the Mailman. He's personally one of my favorites. Oh yeah, her theme, not good, not good, not good. All these 3 themes, they're not good. But okay, Carl Schliff, I personally like him as a character. He's eccentric. He tries to kill Frank or Chuck, depending on if you're playing Dead 2 off the record. He'll try to kill Chuck because he believes that he started the outbreak, and he'll try to kill Frank because he blew up his mail cart. Yeah, his fighting style is really easy. It's kind of like a version of Cletus, but easier to kill. And yeah, that's it. Next we have Chuck Green. Personally, I like Chuck Green as a protagonist. You play as him in Dead Rising 2, Case Zero, and Case West, and he's a supporting character in Dead Rising 3. And he's kind of like the depressing psychopath, just like Cliff. His theme, Firewater, it's good. Good, made by Sinister Growly. Yeah, he went insane over Katie dying. It's basically if Chuck didn't save Katie, give her Zambrex. Alright, next is Jed Wright. Jed Wright is an exclusive boss, Case Zero. You'll kill him at the end of the game before you have to escape the military. He tries to kill Katie because she's infected, and she saw Chuck give her the dose of Zombrex. And yeah, alright. And he dies by a car falling on him. Next is Sergeant Dwight Boykins. He's personally one of my favorite psychopaths. He gets PTSD for some reason. Well, after seeing all his army buddies die, he gets PTSD and he shoots everything that moves. He kidnaps Rebecca, forcing you to fight him, cause she's trying to help you get out of Fortune City without a criminal record. Yeah, Sarge is really one of my favorites. Next we got Leon Bell. I'm a fan of Leon Bell. He has a snarky personality. He's an asshole. He's a douchebag and he's a rival to Truck, as in Kent is to Frank. It's really cool. Not cool, but next is Chef Antoine Thomas. He's a good boss. His theme, all these guys' themes, good. I like it. His theme is Scrape. His theme is Terrorist Reality, which is a reuse of the Terrorist Reality game show song that you hear at the beginning of the game. And Antoine's theme is My Own Little World by Soul Dweller. Yeah, Antoine, he tries to cook a survivor because he thinks you're a food critic, but when Chuck tells him that he's not the food critic and his food is doo-doo, Antoine tries to kill him. Next is Slappy or Brent Ernst. But in fact, I think the guy who voices Brent also does the English voice for Light Yagami from the Death Note. Alright, so Slappy, if you're playing an off the record, he's trying to say, "Hey Frank, can you fix my dead girlfriend?" But in regular Dead 2, he blames Chuck for killing his girlfriend, cause everyone thinks Chuck started the zombie outbreak. yeah. So, oh yeah, his theme Mascot by Saltwater. Saltwater mainly composed a track for Dead Rising 2. And then, yeah. Yeah, you get his flamethrowers after you kill him. I forgot to talk about all the rewards you get, but chainsaw, machete, weapon cart, you get Chuck's motorcycle, and because since Chuck replaces Leon in Off the Record, both Chuck and Leon, you get the same reward. You got LMG, you get the boomstick. I think I already explained that in 1 second pass. You get a shotgun, his flamethrowers, bunch of random weapons, 2 katanas, and 3 survivors. Next is Lenny. Not Lenny. Ted and Snowflake. Ted and Snowflake are 2 psychopaths that you find at the very beginning of the game. Snowflake, being a tiger, she's just following. And Ted, the tiger trainer, Theodore. Theodore is a bit mentally challenged, but he will do anything to feed, Snowflake, if that includes human meat. So he tries to feed the survivor Lenny to Snowflake. Ted, he's the easy part. Snowflake's the one you have to worry about. You have to trick her into eating steaks, and I'm pretty sure her AI is advanced to the point where if you have a weapon in your hand, she'll still think you're a threat and won't set the steak from you. So you always have to have a weapon out of your hand. Yeah. Next is Stacy Forsyth. To me, Stacy is the worst version of Sullivan. I haven't played Off the Record, but Stacy, she seems like a worse version of Sullivan. If I get off the record, my opinion probably won't change. Next is Brandon Whitaker. People like to compare him to Shaggy, Zoink Scoob. Yeah, Brandon, he's a cure processor, basically a BLM processor taken to the next level. He tries to feed a zombie to a survivor to a zombie, and fun fact, there are 2 different versions of this fight. One where you can save the survivor, which is the one Dead Rising 2, and one where Brandon kills the survivor in Off the Record. Brandon, he's kind of like, he's really crazy. All of them are, actually. He takes his beliefs really far, and yeah, he's just a danger to everyone around him. Next we got Randy Tugman. Every Dead Rising game has to have a sexual predator. He is one of them. Yeah, I'm not gonna explain anymore. Next is yeah, this is Evan the Clown, the brother of Adam the Clown. You get Brandon, Ted. You get Ted if you trick Snowflake. You get his tiger. Randy, you get the chainsaw, and for Evan, you'll get a snow gun. Evan is pissed. Evan is pissed that Frank killed Adam, so he tries to fight Frank, and he's a midget actually. Wonder how tall he is. Probably like 2 foot something, 3 foot something. Yeah, so he, the only reason he's finding you is for revenge. So let's say if the game was canon instead of Chuck Green, try figuring out the mystery, it would have been Frank. And let's say Frank didn't. Let's say Adam was in the first game. Who knows what Evan would have been. But the game's not canon. Adam dies in the first game, and yeah. Alright, next is Harit Singh. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's the final boss of Case West. Case West, where Chuck and Frank goes get his big story. Chuck goes find evidence to clear his name. And yeah, I haven't played Case West, but I've seen some gameplay on it. You could just use, since in the game you play as Chuck, you could just use Frank to kill Honey Singh. Right. Next is Seymour Redding. Seymour Redding. Oh yeah, theme doo-doo and doo-doo. His theme's decent. Next, Seymour Redding's theme is I Believe You by Soul Dollar. Brandon's is Eon by Soul Dollar also. He's kind of like a version of Paul. He goes insane due to a lack of respect. He was always pushed around. He explains it in his dialogue right before you fight him, and he actually has one of my favorite lines of the game, being "Suey Piggy Pig Piggy." If you played the game and you've seen it, you'd probably know. Next is the Snipers. They're kind of like a worse version of the Hall family, due to there being 4 of them. There's 4 of them. They have 50 caliber. They have the Beretts 50 caliber rifles, which you can get after killing them. But just like the Hall family, you can find the rifles in a gun shop. But you don't have to kill a psychopath to get the gun shop. It's just there. Next is Raymond Sullivan. Sullivan, he's the better version of Stacy Forsythe in Off the Record. His fight's actually challenging. You could disarm all your weapons except a few, being like pretty sure the flaming gloves, the knife gloves, and the tenderizers, or any weapon that could go on your fist. And his theme, I'm pretty sure it's either called Sullivan or Conspiracy. It's not really good. Next is TK's Helicopter. It's not the best. It's annoying. On my first playthrough, I died to it a bunch of times. And the minigun, god damn, that does a lot. And last but not TK, he's the final boss. He's the overtime mode boss in Dead Rising 2 and Off the Record. He's the show host where Chuck or Frank goes on. And he's basically greedy. And Off the Record, he bribes Brandon into releasing the zombies. And Dead Rising 2, I'm pretty sure he puts on Chuck Green's show outfit and releases the zombies. He tries to escape with the money when Chuck Green tries to stop him. TK is basically the main antagonist of Dead Rising 2 and Off the Record. And yeah, I think that's all the psychopaths from Dead Rising 2. Yeah, I'll be done. Laters.